one then, and number one now.
You're listening to Heffron and Reep. Heffron and Reep. Rated #1 podcast by the World Podcasting Federation and the Podcast Ranking Association. No, for real. It says it right here.
Hello there. What's up, everybody? It's Monday, July the 18th, 2022, and you're about to watch another all-new live Heffron and Reep show. Are you ready for tonight's Monday hour of power? Huh? It's going to be a great show. What is Heffron and Reep? Some of you might be asking. I'm new to this page. I just saw you in Atlanta. I just saw you in Orlando. What's this show you're talking about? Well, Heffron and Reep. I'm Jon Reep. I'm half of Heffron and Reep. The other half is a guy by the name of John Heffron. 2 winners of Last Comic Standing, baby. Journeymen, road dogs, and lovers of the 1980s. That's right. No politics, no pandemics, no Putins, just pure pleasure. And maybe some promo codes. Yeah. We're going to start a new segment called Mind Your Business. Now, what is that? Well, it's basically we like to find out what businesses did people start when there was during the pandemic, when you were locked down, and we mine it. Not like you mind your business, like we're going to mind your business. What was it? And we talk to you, that kind of stuff. So our guest today is a guy by the name of Joey Mazzant. Met him in Orlando. He's got a great side hustle business that he does. We're going to get into that in a minute. It's also John Heffron's birthday. Happy birthday, John Heffron. We're going to wish him a happy birthday when he gets back on here. He'll be in here in a second. Also, I don't know if you can see this, people at home. Here's a speeding ticket. And it's a bunch of BS. I'm going to tell you why here in a little bit. Also, what happened on this day back in the 1980s? 2 crazy things happened on July 18th in the 80s. We're going to get to that. How was your weekend? I missed you guys. Let me say hey to, let's see here. I see some messages popping on here. Bert and Shane. And Shane and Bert. That's all I see so far. Hey, Alan, one of these days, no biggie, you don't have to do it now, but the font, maybe it's my eyes, but I got to get this font a little bit bigger on this screen. Other than that, we're good, but I got it for now. Don't come in here. Let me plug some tour dates real quick. Yeah, like I said, I was in Orlando. I was in Atlanta. So if you're watching this is one of the podcasts I was telling you about. Tonight's all about Heffron and Reep. Tomorrow night, country-ish. My next gig will be July the 23rd. That's this coming Saturday. Austin, Texas, baby, at the Vulcan Gas Company. Come see me there. And then July 30th, right here in Hickory, we're doing a movie night. That's right. We're going to watch a movie under the stars, outdoors. It's like a drive-in movie theater, but you don't need your car. You just walk right in with a lawn chair. We're going to watch Cannonball Run, and I'm going to give live commentary. I have a remote and a microphone, and we're going to pause it and talk about it, rewind things, whatever. Cannonball Run, that's July 30th right here in Hickory. Hope you can make it. If you want details on that, go to johnreep.com. Click on my tour dates. It's like an event there. It's going to be a blast. August 5th, Sharpsburg, Kentucky, at the Barnyard with Larry the Cable Guy. Hope to see y'all there. So go to heffronandreep.com for my tour dates, for John Heffron's tour dates. We got merchandise there. We have a Patreon support page. Shout out to our Patreons. These are the people that give us a little money here and there to help keep the lights on and keep this thing a-going. I'm talking about Brenda Sachs, Steve Dean, Joey Ellis, Shane Flint, Bob Haynes, Rick Sanford III. Thank you all. Here's your little toot of the air horn. Okay, that's so loud, and I have this on. So help us out. Become a Patreon supporter. If you got no money, you still want to help the podcast, you can do that. Write us a nice review on Apple Podcasts. All right, give us 5 stars. Write a good review. We need a new one. I mean, it's been since January 24th, 2022 was the last Apple Podcast review Heffron and Reep has had. So we need a new one. And it was by Jason Hart. So he said, hilarious show, highly recommend. Heffron is hilarious. The other guy is meh. Inside joke. Ha ha ha. It is an inside joke. I know what he did there. He said, in all seriousness, Jon is great too. That's me. It's an equally hilarious team that will have you laughing and spreading an hour, wondering where the time went. I highly recommend you check them out. You can thank me later. All righty. Now, last week, I zoomed in from Atlanta, and Jon zoomed in from his home, and we talked about spankings, getting spanked as a kid. And some of you left some comments. I got 1, 2, 3, 4 comments I'm going to read from last week. Maybe I'll do it with John Heffron up in here with me. Let me hit the private chat. Is John Heffron back from his kitchen? If he is, we can bring him on in, and I'll read the comments with Mr. John Heffron. Let's put money on what's he going to do right when he joins. Will he be blasting music that no one hears? Or will he be holding his book? Let's find out now. John Heffron. Wow, there it is. And there's the music.
And what you didn't get is I'd be
Can't hear
wearing
him. There he is.
pink wristbands.
Oh.
I think wristbands should
What's
come
it with
back,
the
dude.
pink wristbands? I have some at home.
I had these. My wife had. We bought like 80s outfits, and so was my birthday. It was my birthday yesterday.
Happy
tonight.
birthday
Thank you.
to you.
And I was like, just come on. Just put
like
on the
it.
wig. Just put on the.
I got a wig right here I can put on if you want. We can wear
Just put
wigs
on-
this whole show if you want. Oh, you want her to wear the wig?
I did, and then I got it ixnayed. So I had the whole pink. I had the whole like. Do you want? What wig do you have?
I got a black wig, and you got a blonde wig.
Let's put it on right now.
All right, hang on.
What? Oh, cool.
All right. Now, how's this look?
Look totally bitching, bro.
Yeah, man.
This is bro.
It's almost too black because it doesn't match with the beard at all. It's too unnatural, but
If you had long hair like that, I would see
black
like
hair.
band guys just. Whoa, is that me? Always doing that with their hair. They always
Yeah.
have to like
Yeah.
flick it. It
It's a pain in
seems
the
like
ass.
it seems like it would be a pain in the ass.
So what's the purpose of the wig and the headbands again? It was your
Well,
birthday?
I was gonna do like this 80s thing for the cutting board business, and then nobody was into it. So I just had a random wig kind of like messing around. So then I asked the wife, I'm like, we should just put that on for a second. And then she thought it was being creepy. But let me ask you this. I have new listeners listening today that this is normally not what we talk about on the podcast. Okay, so John,
who are these new listeners? Where are they coming in from? And do I know them?
relatives of mine.
Oh.
So, John, here's the thing. There's a genre of, you know what I'm talking about.
Mm-hmm.
You're going to have to follow me on this.
Mm-hmm.
So when you go to .com and you
Right.
type in,
Right.
type in retro or 80s.
Yeah.
Maybe it's because it's the first stuff you kind of saw,
Mhm.
and there's something that makes it like hotter.
100%.
Right. So it's not just me. I was like, I have this weird fetish, but it just because the girls look older than you. So you don't have that weird, like, now you look and you're like, okay, they look too young. I can't even enjoy this. They're probably human trafficked. Like I have a conscience now
Yeah.
as a 50.
But if you go back then, like to 1985, the first time maybe you saw an adult film, those girls were probably the same age
as I was
then that they are now. The point, but the quality was bad and not as good. VHS, not the best quality. Now the quality is it's almost too good to where you can actually.
It's too good, and I think a genre that has been missed is the music behind.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? I don't think anybody cares about the music that's happening.
But you're right. It's nostalgia. Like you're looking at something that you remember seeing for the first time ever in your life. That was like a big moment. You're like, oh my God, this is the best thing ever. And it's still there. You can go back to it anytime you feel like it because everything's on the internet. So why wouldn't you go, for old time's sake, take a walk down memory lane?
Yeah,
and
then
yourself.
You can start going to different. You could go back even another genre and go into the 70s. And that stuff to me gets kind of weird because it's almost like nobody knew what they were doing. There's ones even in the 60s, which seems really creepy because they're like, no one's going to see this, right? Like they have no idea what they're doing for the first time.
Right.
But
Ginger Lynn, one of the best.
One of the best. So you rattle off some dates. Let me show you my calendar, John. Let me just show you. What I do is I fill in the weeks that I'm working. Yeah. So as you can see, this calendar, look at that. Yeah, there's a lot of just finding myself, maybe doing push-ups. There's a couple things there. Then at the end of this month, 28th through 30th, and I got the numbers. What they do now is they send you an email of the numbers of tickets you've sold just to make you feel even shittier than you might have before you showed up.
Yeah. Do you like to have that info or do you like going in surprised?
Well, when I see that info, when I see that I'm at the Funny Bone in St. Charles, St. Louis, I'm still confused of where I'm at. And you go, wow, look at that email. I bet you after the club saw that, they're really going to hit their advertising and really hit their mailing list and really get those numbers up. That's how it works, right?
Yeah.
So I'm at St. Charles. Where am I at? You know where I'm at, John. It's not St. Louis. It's not Westport. It's you told me about
St. Charles, Missouri. It's right next to St. Louis.
Okay. So I'm at St. Charles, and I would really like you to.
I'm hoping that's where you're going to be because I was told that's where you're going to be by the guy who picks you up at the airport. So he's going to be there. Are you going to fly into STL?
I'm flying in there. And then August, I got a bunch of corporates. I'm doing like 5 or 6 corporates, but I'm going to Madrid. I have a new granddaughter who was just born.
Oh, boy.
So I'm going to Madrid for a couple weeks. And then when I come back, I'm shooting a mystery special that won't air on anywhere. So I'm looking forward to doing that.
I don't know if I like you in this wig.
I'm going to leave it on for the rest of the show if you don't mind, because I feel comfortable. I just won't mess with it. I look.
Okay? In the comment section, you're looking at me. You're looking at John Heffron. We both got wigs on. What's the name of this band? Give us a name. What's the name of our band? These two guys right here from 1980 something or other. Okay.
And then we're still like, I watched I think I saw a thing with Nikki Sixx, Motley Crue performed recently in Michigan and it was horrible. There's a point where you have to give it up, where just the singers suck and everybody's super old. But I noticed everybody still dresses like this. So let's say we were in a band in the 80s and then we're our age now. Isn't there some type of sadness that you're still putting eyeliner on?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You're still pretending to be 20. Isn't that kind of sad? Isn't that like a...
Yeah, I think it is. I mean, it's less sad if you've already made it as a rock star and now you're doing it because, that's how people kind of want to see you. You've already got fans and you're going to an event and that's what they want. I get that. But it's more sad if you're that age and you just like that music and you still do it.
Yeah, everybody does, though. I can't think of anybody who was like, yeah, I used to be maybe the lead singer from Metallica. That dude just cut his hair, in the thing. But they're guys that still dress like we do with eyeliner. Like there's the guitarist for Rat. You don't watch YouTube as like a TV thing. I know you don't, but you should. It's the only thing I kind of watch. So if you type in whatever you want to see a documentary on whatever your favorite band was, then it kind of starts showing you more bands. And you'll see all these 80s guys, dude, that are our age that literally are wearing what we're wearing. Right. With lipstick and eyeliner.
Shane Flint said the name of our band is Twisted Pickle.
Oh, that'd be a horrible band because I hate pickles so much.
I kind of like it because I like pickles, and I don't know. I like the word pickle. The word pickle's funny. A twisted pickle, that's hilarious. All right, so let me say this. I'm going to read some comments from last week, John Heffron, to give people, to let them know that we reward you in your comments. We're listening. We're watching them.
Man, I'm ugly as a woman.
And last week, Ryan Adler said, first time, but love this guy. So funny. I'm not Ryan, when you say this guy, are you talking about John Heffron or Jon Reep? Both are acceptable answers. We're going to say it's either one. Well, I'll just take that one, John, unless you want it.
You can have it. I don't need anything from comedy anymore. I'm done with everybody.
Rick Sanford III said, I caught a beating at least twice a month. Remember how we talked about getting spanked in school?
Yeah.
At home?
Yeah.
Yeah. Rick got beat twice a month. Yeah, that seems about right. For that genre, that age group, that seems to me about right. That's just how, in the South especially. Emily Miller says, my kids' grandparents all knew to keep their hands off my kids. So let me ask you this, John Heffron, as a new step grandparent, do you see yourself doing any kind of discipline?
None, because I'm rolling in as almost, I don't believe in step grandparents because I don't think the kids know the difference.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
But I would never voice an opinion or do anything. Like maybe if the kid is like bouncing on one foot next to a pool and I know he can't swim, I might raise my hand and go, kid's really close to the pool and not even take action to go grab him. Because I'm just hands off and it just goes south on you. I'm
making an alert over here.
I'm just, hey, everybody, there's a kid. He's about to go in. I would do that. Yeah, but that's just me, and that's my passive aggressiveness.
No, that's probably the right call. I agree with that. One more comment. Andrew Cody Vassell. Only got one more thing on that, John. I'm sorry, I didn't want to cut you off.
No.
Andrew Cody Vassell says, "Come hunting, John," and that was JOHN. So this guy, Andrew Cody Vassell, wants you to go hunting with him.
Okay, does he know at any moment I have blowgun darts ready to go?
I don't know if that's why he asked you. I can't remember if you talked about that last week. Didn't you get a new? So
okay, I have so much random to tell you then because of that. I have new animals in the wall. Remember that from like a year ago? I have brand new animals in the wall.
You mentioned it last week, and Rick said something about getting a snake and putting it in your wall.
And put it in the wall. So what I did yesterday is, I had these beautiful trees, not super, like, I don't know how old they are, kind of smaller, but trees all up against my house. And I always thought it looked cool because the trees kind of block the house. Yeah. Well, my buddy came over and, dude, I am ripping it with the chainsaw. I have a burn pit. I have a burn ring. And I chainsaw shit, and then I burn shit all day. And it's the greatest. I can't tell you a better day I've had in my life than when I sit in my rocking chair with the hose in case things get a little crazy. So we got rid of all the trees that were touching the house because I figured that's how the animals would climb up, and then they would jump up onto my roof. So I made it very difficult for everybody. Dude, you got to come back over, man. You were over here when I was in this place new. I have for my birthday, I had throwing axe targets made, professional, like the same height. They're just in the backyard. We have our burn barrel going on. We shoot guns. I just got a brand new 9mm blowback Glock BB gun. So it does the same thing as a Glock gun was. So I can holster it. I can practice getting on target. I can practice shooting it. It has a little bit of a recoil, so you kind of can feel that. Dude,
so it's a BB gun, but is it? How does it? Does it use C2 cartridges?
C2 cartridges.
Yeah,
I got Chinese throwing stars.
Yeah.
So, dude, we can just run around my yard, and if you want to throw knives, you can, and then if you want to throw axes, you can, and then we got BB guns.
Well, I would love. Do you have that BB gun with you? I'd like to see what it looks like. How far away is it from you?
It's downstairs. Like if you start plugging stuff a little bit later, I'll go get it for you. It's scary looking.
Yeah, if it looks like a real, if it looks like a real 9mm, but it's a BB gun.
No, I'm gonna go show it to you.
That might be one of the best like weapons to have because just the appearance of one will scare people off. Or if you have to use it, you're not going to kill somebody. You're just going to. Oh yeah,
no. It shoots about 300 yards. But the targets I've made, it's been an obsession of mine since I was a little kid. I used to love Chinese throwing stars. And then when I go to Pigeon Forge or Gatlinburg, Tennessee, they were like, it would literally be fudge shop and then a sword and knife shop in Gatlinburg. Like, so you'd always buy like these Chinese throwing stars. And then you bring them back home. You're like, these are legal in Michigan. You can't even get these things.
Right.
So I love throwing Chinese throwing stars. So now that I'm 52 and I'm a big boy now, I'm making, targets to throw.
That's awesome, dude. Well, I hope you had a great birthday. I didn't get you anything this time.
It's okay. It's okay. We'll save it.
I feel bad.
You buy me drinks on that cruise we're going to in 40 years. Oh, yeah.
You got me two things. It's a reverse birthday. You got me two gifts for your birthday.
Yeah.
I've got the books right here. My grandma makes blueberry pancakes. So thank you for that, John. Heffron.
So can I do a quick plug in this?
Yeah,
Isn't this why we're kind of so? Me and my wife wrote this book. My grandma makes blueberry pancakes, and remember on this show, I just kind of had the rhymes that we were doing. Mm-hmm. So I did what is called follow through and actually created the book. So I get a sticker, and as you can see, there's pictures and it's whole thing, and people are loving this book because it rhymes. It's very Eminem-ish. We made it to Amazon bestseller. We made it to 7, dude. Wow. So it's probably 20 books away from becoming a #1 bestseller. Because how Amazon bestseller works is you need a bunch of people to buy in a short amount of time, not all day. So if you get 100 people to buy, you want them to buy from 12 to 12:30, not 12 to 12.
Yeah.
Right. So, but then the very next day, my wife sat down and she goes, and I was going to read you part of that. I'll get it when I get the gun. She wrote one about grilled cheese.
Oh, nice.
And then she banged that out, and I go, well, let's do a mac and cheese. And then we go, we can't release 2 cheese books. So then we did chocolate chip cookie.
Yeah, I was going to say, you got to do chocolate chip cookies.
Yeah. And so I don't know. And if anybody could help me, I'm literally, these are kids' books from 0 to about first grade.
Is it all about my grandma makes?
Yeah. So every episode, it's she makes something else.
Okay.
But what it is, John, and here's what people don't know. It's a communication tool to teach kids how to actually ask for something. Because the kids ask wrong the entire book.
Oh.
When they want blueberry pancakes to eat, but that's not what they're saying. So this shows. And Alan, did you ever get that video, Alan, that I sent you? Did it ever come through? I probably didn't. So.
Squatting. Oh, big brother, you make blueberry pancakes? I can make them fruity. I can make them sweet. It's your brother. And James. Brother. James.
That's literally like right there, not to be like old guy proud moment, but when your granddaughter is literally engaged in a book and you get a laugh like that.
Right.
Are you kidding me?
That's worth every that laugh right there.
Are you kidding me?
I know. Are you about to cry?
Dude. So if anybody's seen this for the first time, there's going to be 5 books coming out. I don't know how fast we should put them out, but we could release one a month, or do we save them all and release them all in 1 month? I don't know, because I'm first time publishing. But this is My Grandma Makes Blueberry Pancakes. It's illustrated, I think, pretty good for a guy who is in some other place who doesn't even understand. He gets a little femme body with the characters. I'm gonna be honest with you. This next time around, we asked him, could we not?
What is it? We can't tell what do you mean?
Oh, sorry.
Is it like
the grandma? Yeah, he likes drawing skinny women.
Oh, okay.
So we had to make that note.
Okay. All right. I never would have noticed one way or the other, but okay.
But then so he drew a mom. He drew a mom in one of these. And what's funny to me, right, about the mom, I can't see, right? Doesn't she look like she's 80s sitcom mom? Yeah,
I was going to say, I like the mom jeans that the mom is wearing.
But with the hair, like she seems like,
Yeah, what page is this?
Dude, just pop through, John. Let me hear your reading.
This is great, dude.
Just read the first page. Let me hear. I don't have good music for you to hear.
I'll read the first page.
Hold on, let me find. Okay.
All right, I can read you the first page.
Okay.
Are you ready?
By the way, you can all get this if you go to Amazon. Just type in My Grandma Makes Blueberry Pancakes. There is a Kindle. I don't ask for a lot, but it's $2, and I think we have enough listeners. Everybody. Can buy it. And so,
hey, John, maybe this is something you should make offer to your, purchasers, buyers, an audiobook.
Okay.
So it's just you reading it real fast. The whole thing's 30 seconds. It's just one quick.
Especially.
All right, here we go.
Okay.
Little Jane is so adorable and kind, but right now she has one important question in her mind. She walks up to her grandma and gives her dress a shake. Grandma, can you make blueberry pancakes? I can make them speedy. I can make them quick. I can make pancakes so fast. It's like a magic trick.
See how kids like it? See how it rhymes?
Jane's mom seems quite sleepy, so she gives her arm a shake. Mommy, can you make blueberry pancakes?
I
can get into this, dude.
Get into this.
I can make them giant. I can make them big. I can make enough to feed the greediest of all pigs. Oh, I love it, dude.
See?
To be continued.
Yeah, I got so many more. It literally brings me happiness. Me and my wife, we have a little mimosa. We sit down on Sundays, have a little shoko.
Mm-hmm.
And then we are like Eminem with a pen and a pad. I even played her some Eminem when she's like, I can't figure out the rhymes. I'm like, that's an Eminem song. I figured out the rhymes. Oh, nope, that's not it. Scribble the pad. And then he throw the pen out. And then like we were playing Eminem. And then she came up with the whole grilled cheese sandwich one.
I have a question.
It's so fun, dude.
May I make a suggestion?
Alan, can you throw up the link to that, please? Just or the name of it, just on our Amazon.
You guys at home, you see that my hand is raised, right? At home, you can see this.
Yeah.
Everybody can see my hand is raised.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Alan, John, can you see this?
Yes.
Okay. Thebestkidsbook.com. Go there. Get this book. Help my buddy out. Help yourself out. Do yourself a favor. Thebestkidsbook.com. Now, John, question.
Yes, sir.
Will there be a Grandpa Makes series? If so, might I suggest My Grandpa Makes Methane Gas? Like one where it's a lot of farting.
A lot of farting. Like
I'm just joking there, but I do think there could be a Grandpa series later, like next year.
Dude, I'm all, if you're in, because I started a publishing company to do this. I started a publishing company. So I'll do whatever books you want, man. I'm the president.
All right, cool.
My grandpa makes me make small wagers at the local dog track. Book about
Oh
gambling.
yeah. My grandpa makes police chase him when he drives too fast.
Yeah.
My grandpa makes people mad.
My grandpa makes
public
me
is-
steal cigarettes from him in the back in Heffron. Yeah. So I know I'm always plugging stuff, but I'm so proud of this book, and I'm so excited that I have a whole series. And then what I'm going to do, and then I'll let it go, John. This is all getting done in time enough for when school starts back up next year. I'm making gift packs and I'm sending them to classes so the teachers can read.
Wow.
And stuff. So I have a lot of big plans. Listen, now that all my comedy is strictly off and we have so much more to get to, I'm sorry, but I just haven't seen you in a while. And it's my birthday. Since all my comedy is off of Sirius XM, Pandora, Spotify, why not do other things, right, John?
Correct.
Why not?
You need to have your fingers in all kinds of things going on at the same time, spinning lots of plates at the same time, as they say. So why not get yourself a Grandma Makes Blueberry Pancakes book? We have a guest here in a minute, John. I want to, because I told him 8:00. It's 8:03 right now, and he is in the room. Let me describe to you a little bit about this guy, okay, John?
Yeah, I'm trying to. You didn't want me to go with my gun, right? We're good.
Oh, no, tease it for next episode.
Okay.
Next episode, John Heffron will reveal his new
BB gun.
airsoft BB gun that looks just like a Glock.
So
That's next week. So as you know, John, happy birthday, by the way. I went to Orlando recently with my buddy Brent Blakeney, and we are both Star Wars nerds. And I did not know how popular. I mean, I knew it was popular, but I didn't know it was so popular that you had to make reservations months in advance to even get into the Disney World Star Wars theme park.
Mm-hmm.
And so by the time I got there and I started asking around, people were like, "What are you talking about, dude? You can't get in now. It's too late." So I scrambled, and that's where this guy came into my life. Very nice guy. Talk about side hustles, talk about always working, always hustling, always making things happen. He's a guy that knows a guy. You know what I'm talking about? You know those guys that know a guy?
Everyone's got a guy. Yeah.
And after this episode, maybe he'll be your guy if you ever go to Disney World and you find yourself without a ticket. Now you know a guy.
Right.
And I'd like to introduce our special guest, Joey Mazzant. Go ahead, special guest time. All right.
What's up, guys? Good to see you.
Joey, my
What's up, bro?
savior, my hero.
The force is strong with this one, bro.
Yes. Wow.
Alrighty, John, I got to say, if I was to pick somebody to be a guy, I'm going to say Joey immediately, just by his vibe, his style. I mean, he's seeing us today with our wigs on, but I always love.
I got a wig.
Yeah, I always love the hat that's like not too far. Okay, if you're wearing your bill at 12, I kind of like it when they're at the 1 or in like 1.5. You go like 2, 3, it looks kind of silly. I like the positioning of the hat, and I also like I like the sleeve.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much. I appreciate that.
Yeah,
I gave him a country-ish hat, immediately put it on his head, and went a little bit to the left.
Right? Did he do a thing where he bends it? Because again, I'm 52, so I can't wear hats that are straight. I have to get that bill and literally do that. But I think that's like a way old guy move.
It's we talked about birthdays. I just turned 40 yesterday. So
wow, look at this.
17th. Cancers. We're very sensitive, Jon Reep, so be careful how you talk to us.
Okay.
We're very shy.
Well, I didn't know that, dude. Happy birthday to both of you. Yeah.
thank you.
I'll say one more thing about the hats, John. I got different hats for different purposes, right? Like
Mhm.
Joey here, I got the kind of hats that are kind of mostly made to be kind of flat. I have some of those. I also got your old school baseball, you curl it up, put in your back pocket, go fishing kind of hat. And for those, I definitely bend it because I feel like you get right here. The only sun protection you get is at noon.
Right.
Correct.
Right.
Yeah,
You bend it right here. Now we're talking 6 to 8 from 6 a.m. to 8 p.m. coverage. So,
Absolutely.
yeah. So, Joey, let's tell everybody how we met, how we know each other. It was real quick, real fun. I was trying to get my buddy Brent Blakeney into Disney World, specifically the Star Wars attraction, and I was told it was too late by many
Brent's
people.
not easy to sneak in. Not to cut you off, Brent's not easy to sneak in because he's 6'8". You can't just duck down and we're gonna jump in. So that he's tough to sneak into places.
100%. But if you know a guy who knows a guy who also knows how to create a backstory. Okay, John, that's how I'm gonna tell you, that's how good Joey is. He created a whole backstory. So when we went to get these passes, we were ready for questions and had backstories built, ready to go. It was amazing. It was fun to watch.
You're like the Mossad you had in case you got a thing. Now, did you go with Make a Wish? Did you go like that extreme?
No. I have what they call Catholic guilt. I can't do anything I never cheated charity. I'll never cheat a church. You know what I mean? For me, it's more. It's just when I come from an Italian family, he was my brother. He's my cousin. He's my buddy. He's my college buddy. We all got buddies, and because then we aren't lying. Because it's like the Olive Garden. When you're here, you're family.
Yeah,
that's right.
So
go ahead, John.
So I'm sorry. So I'll do play by play. So the three of you show up, right?
Two.
Yeah.
Let me give you some. Okay. So I went down. Me and Brent were coming from different areas. I stayed at his condo. I went to handle this without Brent, but I had Brent's information in my phone. I met Joey at a secret, undisclosed location to briefly go over the backstory. As we're walking quickly to the customer service area, I'm getting briefed. It's like one of those FBI Hollywood movies where you're walking and talking at the same time. He's like, okay, get ready for this, get ready for this, get ready for this. But yeah, and John, I had people working before I met Joey. I'm talking people in Hollywood, my agents, my managers, all of them going like, we don't know. It's too late. Our hands are tied at this moment. Yeah. And so luckily, I met
what happened
Joey
is you met
through Tom and Dan podcast, right?
Those are my buddies. Yep.
So I called into a podcast radio show to promote my shows in Orlando. And I started thinking, well, those are the guys to ask because they're in Orlando. Let me see what they say. Go ahead, John.
The Tom and Dan podcast, I believe I've met them before. It's like a legit operation.
Yes.
Right. So it feels like you're talking old school, like radio show.
Right.
Like how radio used to be in the 80s.
Yes.
I think I've been to their place before, and those are very, very nice gentlemen.
Correct.
So,
correct.
Okay.
So when I was on their show promoting my show, I asked them, do you know a guy who knows a guy? And they said, we got you. That might be too late. Let's reach out to him and see what happens. I got his number. I called, and Joey, I'll let you take it from here.
It was so Tom and Dan. I've known those guys for about 15 years. Excuse me. I every year I play in a charity poker tournament that they used to co-host, and they're just good dudes. I mean, Tom. I'm the same age as Tom. I've watched him grow as a radio personality, and Dan as well. They're just cool as hell. Right. And when you're in Orlando, everybody wants to talk about theme parks. So I pitched to them a segment because Dan and Sam love the theme parks and Tom loves to gamble. So we do a monthly segment called Parks and Parlays, where I tell them what's going on in the theme park so that they don't have to. And then I make a bet with Tom, and we make it funny, and we turn into a bit. It's really cool. And so anytime anybody wants to know about the theme parks, they reach out to me. They're like, Joey, hey, my sister wants to go to Epcot. What do we do? Or, hey, my friend heard that you can meet Cinderella at the castle. What do we do? So it's just a lot of people reach out to me with questions, and they're like, hey, so have you ever heard of John? I'm like, what? Wait, one more time. Have you ever heard of, you might know famous comedian Jon Reep? And I'm like, yeah, kind of a big deal, bro. Why? And they're like, well, if he reaches out to you about going to a theme park, and I'm like, oh my gosh, you want me to buy him a ticket? Or no, dude, he just wants help. And I'm like, do you want me to go early and buy the tickets for him? Do I have to get him a hotel room? Dude, he just wants help. I'm like, wow. I got you. Anything you need.
Yeah.
I mean,
I wasn't trying to get anything for free. I just wanted to make sure I could get in. And it's sold out, right, Joey?
So what happens is Disney only sells X amount of tickets because they're trying to regulate who goes to what parks. Otherwise, you'll have 100,000 people in the Magic Kingdom and 14 people in Animal Kingdom. So they try to regulate it so that the parks are a little bit more spread out. So what I did is when I found out what you needed, I hopped on the website, refresh, grabbed my ticket. And then you and I, it just so happened to be that I have, my cousin's in town with his partner. And I'm already in the park. I've already got the reservation. So does my sister, Kelly. We're already in the park. We need to get you into the park as well. And what Disney does is, because they don't want to split families up, as long as you have relatives that already have a park ticket, they'll usually find one of maybe 80 tickets that are left that they're holding for day of. And that's all we did.
So wait a minute. So you purchased a ticket for you?
No, I have an annual pass. So I'm allowed to book up to 5 days at a time.
Okay, so you already have an annual pass, and you just went on and got a pass for that day, and then you said, "Oh, by the way, I got to get my cousin and his partner in."
Yeah, I added you as a relative to my account.
Got you. But what I love, John, the backstory that he built was Brent was my husband.
Oh. Wow.
And he sold it. He sold it, dude.
That Santos guy. He probably wow, that was a strong move.
Strong move when you think how Disney's leaning these days with a lot that's going on with the whole, woke culture, all this kind of crap that they're getting crap for.
Yeah.
He goes, I see you and I double down. I double down on your wokeness. And now I present you with a ginger, fair-skinned, blue-eyed ginger, rarest of the rare, and his husband. You going to tell them they can't come into your park?
Well, and props to St. Ricky.
Yeah, was that the guy that was getting us in?
Yeah.
Now, Joey, I have to ask you this question. Uh-huh. Did you know that Ricky would be the one checking us in?
I knew that I had about a 33% chance that it was going to be Ricky. So I knew it was either going to be St. Ricky or my buddy Michael. So technically we were D students. We had a 66 2/3% chance this was going to go off without a hitch, and 100% chance I was going to make it happen. Just there was a 33% chance I was going to have to work a little harder, but we got it, bro.
So,
yes.
So I have a question, John. Once you're in the park, but then the backtrack, because I'm so fascinated with side hustles. This happened to me when I was at the Vatican. Nice. We met some guy, and he was like the guy who was going to make us skip lines and stuff. And he would look around and just go under that rope, and we go underneath the rope, and then we'd walk it around, and then the Pope was going to give a speech, and there's all this water. And he runs up and gets us Pope water that's literally for the speech and hands it to us. And he goes through and he's just telling us this is here, that's there. The 2 hours ends and he's like 2 hours, and we give him however many bucks. And it was a little bit pricey. I turned to say something else to him and he's gone. So what they had is they had people waiting. It was a whole. They had people waiting in line that were line sitters. So those people get up however early you got to and stand in line. And then you get kind of, it's like a relay race. One guy walks you to the line sitter, and then you swap out. You get a shitty look from the person behind you, but then somebody else shows up, and then somebody opens a door. And it was expensive, but it was a really cool way to do it. So, Joey, I totally see that with Disney.
So here's the problem with that. It was that way for a very short time during the pandemic because they got rid of the lightning lanes. So there's no fast passes, no lightning lanes. So during that very brief moment during the pandemic, there was a lot of that going on. But the company I work for was the very first third-party company in the state of Florida for theme parks. He is so anal retentive about cheating the system. So he's very much like, look, we can be good at this job and be above board about it. So we're not allowed to hold places in lines.
Right.
We're not allowed to use any kind of weird disability pass, which you shouldn't. I mean, come on, man. Like that, I said, special place in hell for that. You can't do anything illegal. Now, if you got a buddy, you got a buddy. You know, if somebody's like, hey, Joey, how you been? I'm like, I'm good, man. How's your sister? You know, it's like, good. Hey, come on, come here. I got you. What do you want to do? No, I got to see this guy and I need a churro. I can make both those things happen. Come on. Next week, you got to call and sing my mom happy birthday. I'm like, yeah, dude, no problem.
Yeah.
That seems like, John, do you remember like just 100 years ago in our past lives living in Los Angeles? I remember going to certain clubs and there'd be a huge line and you knew the door guy and you'd go and it might cost you $100 to take cuts in front of 70 people, but you're in the club. And I had friends that were door guys at those type of places that if they probably cleared 6 figures a year, easy. Easy.
Well, that's what I didn't know.
Without wristbands.
Yeah, I didn't know that. So I didn't know Joey before this. So I just assumed when Tom and Dan introduced me to Joey that's kind of what I was getting. Like, I'm going to have to pay him a little extra, but it's going to be worth it. I got no other choice. He didn't charge me anything. He just said, no, dude, just buy me a beer sometime. And I actually gave him a beer. We chugged it in the parking lot.
And you could do it reminded me of high school. That was so cool. I'm drinking a beer in the parking lot with a buddy and he gave me a hat. That was so nice of you. You didn't have to do that. Thank you.
Well, I just assumed I was going to have to pay extra for this service. And I didn't, but is this something that because I know you have a YouTube page as well. Tell me about your YouTube page.
Yeah, if we have fans that maybe are going to Florida and maybe need a guy.
Yeah,
I appreciate
that's what I'm saying. I want you to benefit from this. I want to help you keep doing what you're doing.
Yeah. Just talking to the two of you guys on a day off is benefit enough, and I appreciate that very much. If you got anybody who wants to come hang out with me, my name's on the screen. I am at the Joey Mazzant on all social media platforms. My YouTube channel started for fun because I've been doing this job for 14 years. So these families would come to town and the kids were adorable. A lot of these kids still call me Uncle Joey. They're 20 now. And I knew them when they were babies. And they call me Uncle Joey and they say, I want to see you when I'm on Florida. And so I started doing the YouTube channel just for these kids where I would go to the park and, I'm sure your fans are rock stars and awesome. And I wish my page wasn't bland. It's it's G rated, but it's interesting.
Well, that's
and
great.
It's me.
Yeah.
And I go to the park and I would say like, hey guys, Joey here today. I'm waiting in line to buy the Darksaber from The Mandalorian. It's going to cost me about $200. I got here at 8:00 in the morning. Let's see what it's like. And we go inside Doc Ondar's. I show them around. I show them the only hidden Indiana Jones on Star Wars land. I show them the Easter eggs where they have the years for the rides. It's just me being a nerd and entertaining families. So if that's something you're into, again, it's G-rated, kid-friendly, and I appreciate your subscriptions because if enough of you subscribe, I don't have to get a real job. So thank you.
Yeah,
there it is. We put the link on the bottom of the screen right there.
Man,
check him out.
Do I want to go deeper and talk about the Darksaber? I have so many theories of what power that. Anyway, John, that would bore you.
Dude, we could talk for hours.
I could talk forever about the
I paid. I thought I was willing to pay extra just to get into this park. I will talk about.
Okay, so this is where I'm going to be all over the place. So now you guys are in, but I want to stick with Joey's because that's what we do on this podcast. And by the way, if you have any, I still don't love side hustle. If somebody can help us create a name, but if you have a thing that makes you a little cash that's kind of on the side and super creative. Because I had a college professor once. He said, if you make people happy or make their life easier, you will always make money. Joey is making people's life, and happier taking them there, but also you're making your life easier because you just get spoiled. So if anybody has anything that they do, make sure you leave it underneath these comments or whatever, and me and Reep will have you on. But so here's my question, John. So once you're in the park, I saw the video where you went to the cantina.
Yeah. Dude, that was so cool.
I literally couldn't even imagine what it would be like, because did your brain literally think you're walking into the cantina? Like, my brain would not associate that it's a set. We're in Florida. I would be like, some things are going to go down. I want to sit in that corner booth and I want to shoot first. Go, like, right?
Yeah. Dude, it's amazing. Okay, first of all, it was probably the hottest day Orlando has seen in 15 years. But luckily, thanks to the advice of Joey, get there early. You'll beat the heat and the lines. And I was so excited to go, I couldn't wait. So we got up early, Brent and I. We went there. And by the way, if you use Joey, he will not only hook you up, right? I did get one lightning pass, by the way. Some fast. You got me some fast thing
for Smuggler's Run.
On Smuggler's Run.
Did you fly? Were you pilots?
No, they made. I got in with some group. I was a stupid engineer. It was fine.
When you come back to town, I'll put foot to ass for you. We'll go ride it.
Okay.
All right. Joey, John, I know you hate when I do this, but are you kind of like the A team in the sense of, if people can find you and they can reach out and they can hire you? I'm still kind of confused on.
That's what I'm saying. I feel like he could make some money.
Yeah,
if he wanted to, but he's such a nice guy, he might not let you give him money, but maybe you could do him a favor.
John, what about this? Okay, we are not like Joey. We are all about making money. Yeah. New book, My Grandma Makes Blueberry Pancakes on Amazon.
I'm buying it.
If people want a way to get a hold of him, they have to Venmo us. We'll get contact.
Right.
Venmo us. Agents. We're just agents, dude. That's what agents do to us all the time. Joey, here's what you got to do. Do cameos. Okay. Do a cameo. You know that service?
Yep.
The secret is, in the cameo, the people explain to you, you're giving secret messages. So you'll do a cameo for $150, but in your cameo, you're going to be like, I'll meet you at the corner next to the thing. There's a gelato station. That's where I'll be standing. I'll be wearing this thing. So there's ways we can buck this system,
dude.
You're not wrong.
Long text that he sent me, right? I said, I don't, thank you, whatever. He goes, I got your card. There's one for you. There's one for Brent. Now you got to download the app, and then you get perks that way. It gives you a map in there. And he goes, and I'll text you later a long text of what to do. And, I don't know if you can see this at all, but I mean, this is just exactly what to do, how to get in, where to go, when he knows like wait times. And he goes, first thing you want to do is go to the cantina. So we went to the cantina, put our name on the list, because that's another thing that you were supposedly had to make reservations for.
You have to book it 60 days in advance.
Okay.
Jesus.
I didn't know any of this, John. So I'm telling you, Joey is a gold mine to me. Talking about a last minute guy with no tickets, no reservations for anything. So we go, we put our name in the hat. They call us in, maybe like 5 minutes. And yes, John, when you walk in, that door slides open. It's like first of all, thank God it's air conditioning very properly. That was great. And it's dark. And you got the DJ robot, and you hear the right.
He doesn't like you.
I don't like you either. Did you see that video we made?
No.
Me and Brent did that. We recorded. We made that scene.
Oh, that's hilarious.
Yeah, and I was the guy who goes like, "Oh yeah, my friend doesn't like you," and he goes, "I'll be more careful." I go, I don't like you either. And he goes, I'll be careful. I go, you'll be dead.
That's awesome.
I've got 17 death sentences on 17 different parsecs or whatever he says. But yeah, it was a lot of fun. We recorded that scene in there. We stayed as long as they let us. It's so busy and so packed that people want in there all the time that they say you get 30 minutes, maybe 45 minutes.
45 minutes and 2 drinks.
45 minutes and 2 drinks. Yep. And they were out of fuzzy. They were out of the fuzzy tauntauns.
Dude,
So I got this Bloody
Interesting.
Mary thing. I wanted this Bloody Mary thing, and that was really good. And then I had some other thing that had like the dry ice coming out of it. It was really good.
Oh, the Beshman Fizz.
Yes. I got that. And me and Brent stood there, and we ate up every 45 minutes of that experience that we could.
Now, did Joey just, once he got you past the gates, Joey, did you just take off?
So I met Joey a day before that I went to the park. Yeah.
I'm going to be honest with you, and I'm just going to be real with you. You're such a big celebrity. I didn't want to include myself. I felt like if I was like, dude, let me take you to the park. I didn't know if you were going to be like, yeah, bro, or if you're going to be like, this is kind of my time, buddy. I didn't want to impose. I would have taken you guys, but I didn't want to impose because I was like, this is celebrities doing celebrity.
I want to take right now, and I can't do it with him standing right here.
Well, Joey, you would have been welcome. I didn't even think of that. I just figured you were busy doing other stuff. But yes, next time, 100%. I mean, I can imagine the stuff that we would have gotten with you there in the park because, it was so hot that we literally did not mind waiting in the lines that were indoors and had air conditioning. Yeah. And they will let you buy a drink, John. You could go to many different bars in the Star Wars area. And they had green milk that had the alcohol in it. They had all kinds of stuff. And you could stand in line with a drink and be in the air conditioning and talk to your friend and look at your phone. And then if you have to use the bathroom in that line, there was a guy who comes over and says, yeah, here's a little cutaway. You could go use the bathroom, come right back to your spot in line. But
and you know why? Do you know the story of why the bathroom is the thing now?
No. What? So
in Animal Kingdom, they have that Avatar ride. The wait time for that was hitting almost 6 hours.
Oh,
it got to the point where you could get in line, watch the movie twice, and still have a 50-minute wait.
Wow.
It got to be so long that halfway through there was a guy who's like, I've been in this line for 3 hours. I'm not leaving. So he pees in the corner and splashes all over some local shoes, like ladies' shoes. Yeah. They report him, and he's like, I don't know what to tell you. I had to go, and I'm not going to leave and then try and come back. So they had to build a bathroom in the ride. Halfway through the Avatar ride, there is a bathroom there. Dead serious. It's so, but that's what it takes.
Funny. Well, I get it. I mean, especially if you're serving drinks,
If you're drinking, you got to go.
Yeah.
Would you, if you did that again, would you just wear a diaper or depends at that point and just make your life a little easier?
I have considered this at concerts.
Yeah. I don't think it's
not there. A lot of walking around, and there are many places you can use the restroom. It's just once you're in line, it's hard.
Yeah.
But the lines weren't that long. I'm telling you, Smuggler's Run, that was Fast Pass. We got in there real quick. What's the new one that I forgot the name of these.
Rise of the Resistance is the big one.
Rise of the Resistance, John Heffron. Okay.
It is a 22-minute attraction.
Yes. But I would say over 22 at least half of those 22 minutes is the experience of getting into the ride.
Yeah. That
you're immersed in the world. So here's the thing, right? You think of a ride, you think of like, okay, I'm going to get in this chair, I'll put the strap on, I'm going to go for a ride. Unless it's one of those virtual rides where you sit in a big car with everybody else and there's screens all around you and you move around and it's all screens, which is also fine. But this part of the enjoyment of this adventure is getting onto the ride. You have to go into like a trolley type system, and they're hustling you in there like you are part of the rebellion. Okay, like you're a bad guy, and the Empire has you. They have captured you, and now they're shuffling prisoners from one place to another. And so when you're in there, they're telling you to march. Let's go, and it's like you're, and within reason, they're not being too mean, but you feel it. And there's one scene. When I say scene, it's like an experience. Like you're there, like you're on this trolley part, right? And Kylo Ren is telling you he's caught you and all that stuff. And then this door opens and it's like, bam, there's a phalanx of stormtroopers. I'm talking probably 40 of them standing there. And you're in a crystal clean, black shiny floors, electronic walls, like you're in Star Wars. You're in it. And they're telling you where to go, and that's what gets you on the ride. So that experience alone, to me, was as good as, if not better, than the ride itself.
That ride, and this is the easiest way to describe that ride. It is a 22-minute experience that is a queue that turns into a holographic show, that turns into an interactive meet and greet, that turns into a 3D simulator, that turns into the Stormtrooper room, which is effing phenomenal, that turns into an interactive meet and greet, that turns back into a 3D show, that in the end turns into an actual ride. It's so hard to explain, and then you do it, and I go try to explain it to me, and you're just going to go, I got nothing, bro.
Yeah, it is. Sometimes some things happen and you forget, because here's another amazing thing that's happening right now.
Yep.
It's fun. I enjoyed it. That was one of my favorite rides. Of course, the Cantina.
Go to the Millennium Falcon.
Yeah, that's Smuggler's Run.
Smuggler's Run. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Smuggler's Run. Okay.
Yeah. Also did Tower of Terror, which is did the Star Wars adventure part. What's it called? Something Edge.
Galaxy's Edge.
Galaxy's Edge is within the Hollywood Studios section of Disney World, which also has Toy Story, Indiana Jones, and the fall. What's that? The Tower of Terror.
Tower of Terror and the Rock and Roller Coaster are at the far end of classic Hollywood. Yeah. And then you've got Galaxy's Edge, you've got Toy Story Land, and then you have what they used to call the Animation Courtyard, and that's kind of where the cute kitty stuff is, like the Mickey Mouse, techno dance party, things like that, the meet and greets. But so fun. So once you get one ticket, you're in like sin, and you can go wherever you want. Yeah.
I would have, if I could do it again, if I could change anything, I would want them just to make that whole thing Star Wars.
Oh, dude!
I don't need this other stuff.
Yeah, get rid of it.
It was great. I want an adult Star Wars land. That's what I want. And I found out later, someone that we were talking to at the Cantina, they had these wristbands and these badges. They had bought some other package, which I hadn't heard of, months in advance, to where they were staying in some sort of like experience.
No. Yeah.
Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, it's the Galactic Star Cruiser. So I did a YouTube video about that you'll see on my page. I'll be honest with you.
Page up again, please.
Tell me about the Galactic Star Cruiser.
It's the Galactic Star Cruiser is supposed to be like you're on a cruise ship, like Port Canaveral on a cruise ship. But instead of going out on the water, you're in outer space. And the problem is there's only so much Star Wars stuff you can do. You wake up in the morning, you get a phone call from Yoda, and he says, hey, you're going to go do something today. And then you do stuff.
And you will not.
Do it.
Late riser you are.
It's a 3-day, 2-night excursion that's $3,000 a person.
Wow.
So, yes. But the problem is, like, at night, you do line dancing to Star Wars music. And they do intergalactic bingo, where you play bingo with Star Wars. And it's like, $3,000? Really?
Yeah,
it is.
$3,000 is a lot of money. Is it? But are you actually staying there? Are you sleeping there? It's like a hotel?
You're sleeping in bunk beds. The thing looks like it was sponsored by GD IKEA. You sleep in bunk beds in a room. I'm like, you're killing me. For that much money, I want one of those mattresses that vibrates my butt ass and makes me sleep well because it's air conditioned. Right. I don't want to sleep in a bunk bed.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that's interesting. Because I thought I saw an area that was just for them, but it didn't look big enough to be a hotel.
That's where I would say where the box truck picks you up. They have a box truck designed to look like a Star Wars vehicle, and you all jump in that, and it drives you to the hotel.
So there's an actual hotel that looks like Star Wars on the inside, but does it look like it on the outside as well? I mean, I don't know.
Because it looks like you're at a port, like a shipping port, and you walk inside, and then you're in the Star Cruiser and you take off. So now you don't see anything because you're supposed to believe that you're in outer space now.
Right.
So you don't see the Star Cruiser because you're in outer space. How would you see the Star Cruiser?
I'm tortured on this because part of me definitely wants to see that.
Yeah.
But I don't want to pay $3,000 for a bunk bed. That's
but
the
what-
bunk
Give it a
bed's
minute.
killing me. You got me on bunk bed. No,
Yeah.
thank
What
you.
if though it's so immersive, like they take it to the next level, where if you're a lonely business traveler and you hire a lady of the night and she knocks on your door and you open the door and it's like she's got like 5 boobs, she's green,
Yeah.
with like 1 eyeball,
Oh yeah.
and you're like, you don't look like your picture, and they're like, and then like a big like Jabba the Hutt type.
Like that wasn't even in Star
Like-
Wars. That was
Yeah.
in
Like the bounty hunter. Yeah, I think that was Total Recall.
Total
I think.
Recall.
Total
Yeah,
Recall,
yeah. That's what I'm thinking. That bar they went where the girl had the 4 boobs and stuff like
Yeah.
that. Yeah, that's fun.
Well,
what a fun experience, John. You did that in between 2 days before you performed at, where were you there?
Orlando.
Improv?
So I was in Atlanta one weekend, and then I had I had 4 days to kill. So I did 2 days in Atlanta, went to Lake Lanier with Jamie Bendel, the owner, had a good time there. He says hello. You're
You guys
going
talk
back
about
there.
me? Yeah,
Of course.
I just got a
Of
text for
course.
everything. September 8th and 9th.
Yeah.
I guess.
And then, so I'm always talking about you, John.
Yeah, we're always pushing.
And then I went from there to Orlando, did the Disney World thing, and then I did my shows that weekend at the Improv in Orlando. And Joey, I mean it. Anytime you want a ticket to the Improv in Orlando, you call me, you let me know, I'll get you in, even if it's not me. Okay,
No,
I don't
no.
care who the.
I was actually going to come see you, but I'm in Las Vegas right now.
That's right.
Like,
Oh, Joey, we've
I
not even hit the fucking tip of the iceberg, Heffron. You don't even know what this guy does for real, though. We talked about his side hustle.
Okay, so promotions. I don't. Okay, what? I was gonna guess, but I realized we don't have enough time. How do people have long hair? This is kind of annoying.
Can we take them off, or do we want to keep them on?
I know we committed. We committed
Yeah,
on. We're not taking them off the whole show. What? So what is your? You are a manager for DC Talk.
ha! You went straight for Christian rock music, didn't you? No, I'm not that hip. No, I sing and play piano.
You sing and play piano.
Yes.
What type of? Oh, now we're gonna go off on a home music thing. What type of? Oh, okay, million questions.
Old Italian jazz music. I do a lot of Sinatra and stuff like that. A lot of Michael Bublé, a lot of Dean Martin.
You're
Just haven't-
nobody till somebody loves you.
Thank
That
you,
was
everybody. Make sure you come out later tonight. No, nobody till
Somebody cares.
One more show tonight from 10:30. Don't forget to be here all week. Yeah.
You may be.
So
You're not
piano.
wrong.
So I'm 52 today. I'm 52. I'm a huge music
Rad.
fan. I've written music songs. John knows what an awesome songwriter I am. I have a guitar, a mandolin. I don't know how to play anything, but I think I want to start to learn how to play the piano. I think with my rickety ass, no whatever hands, I think it'd be easier just to learn chords and play the piano, because there's a song from Tom Waits called Martha. I don't know if anybody's heard of it. I just want to learn how to play that one song.
I'll teach you.
Are you familiar with the song? You probably don't
know him. I know if I heard the song, I'd know it because I know him. So I'm down. So if you want me to teach you how to play it, you just let me know.
It's hard though, but if you're somebody new, if you're somebody who's kind of into music, would you say a piano would be a cool thing to learn? Because to me, you could kind of play that into your twilight years, right? I'm only 52 now, but that seems like something you can kind of play forever.
Dude, I've been playing piano for 34 years and I still can't read music.
Yeah.
There you go.
See, I play the trombone. I can read music.
Then you're already better at piano than me.
John, you can't read anything. John, you can't read, you can't spell, you can't text.
Yeah, I know. That's it.
No, but Joey, tell me where can people see you perform if they're in Vegas?
I wish it was that. If they what they can do tonight is if they want to come hang out with me, I will be at Ellis Island because they got the best barbecue ribs in Vegas. And then after I eat some ribs and throw dice for 2 hours, there's a karaoke bar there. It's the longest running karaoke bar in Vegas history. It starts at 9 and it goes until the last alcoholic falls around 4 a.m. So if anybody is listening and they want to come out and sing karaoke with me tonight, come on by.
Joey, what's your favorite go-to? What's your go-to? Let's say you and a buddy just walk into a karaoke bar. It's the talent's kind of rich throughout the place. What are you going to dust off? What is your kind of go-to? You don't want to impress people too much. You're going to sandbag it, but you want some eyeballs on you.
If there's a lot of soccer moms in the audience, I take the hat off and I do a Daughtry song.
Yeah,
they
I'm
love
coming
that.
home. What Daughtry song? What?
Renegade, because they know they've heard it, but they don't know it. It's the title track off his third album, and it's fast. I'm not a ballad guy. Ballad free is the way to be. If you go to karaoke, friends don't let friends sing songs that are less than 80 beats per minute.
Oh, I didn't
know that.
Yeah, anti-ballad, bro. You can't. Alcohol is a depressant, and if you mix it with songs that are depressing, you're just going to put your audience to bed, man. Speed it up.
That's why I lose every time when I go to karaoke. I'm always like, I can't make you love me if you don't.
Oh yeah, that's Bonnie.
Dude.
Make your heart sing something it won't.
How do you change this? How do you?
Not that song. So upbeat songs always on karaoke.
It's all 80s hair metal, man. I know the entire Poison catalog. I know the entire Guns N' Roses. I do all the Def Leppard songs. I love 80s hair metal. But then if I'm just showing off and I want to show range, I'll do Home by Michael Bublé. I'll do Love by Sinatra. I'll do if it comes to that.
I want to go home.
It's a great jam.
Just enough sunny day has gone you walk away.
Let's do an album, dude.
Can we harmonize all three of us?
What song was that? I don't know that song. What song?
Joey will start, John, and we'll jump in. We'll be.
What is it? What's the song?
Home.
Michael Bublé. We can't play music.
Hang on, John. I don't know that one, so I can't.
You will.
Contribute to that.
No,
I will.
Yeah, just watch.
All right, you guys still got me?
Yeah.
Let me see if I can pull up. Because I'm a cheater. I need the lyrics. Hold on.
Okay. This is great.
Well, that's better than me. I have no idea. Unless, John, you're saying I'm going to remember it. I off the top of my head, I don't know.
I bet you've heard it.
I know, Mama, I'm coming home. I know Ozzy Osbourne.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
That's a different one.
Okay.
Are we doing this? Are you singing with me?
Yeah, go ahead.
Let's see if we get it. I just want John to know he knows the song. That's all.
All right. Another summer day has come and gone away in Paris and Rome, but I want to go home.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe surrounded by 1 million people, I still feel all alone. I just want to go home. I miss you, you know. You got this.
Yeah, okay. That's a good one. What's another one?
Dude, let's do a classic Rat Pack one, give me
gosh.
Give me an old Dean Martin. Give me an old I know a lot of Dean Martin songs.
What are you going to do? Do you know Love, Love?
Maybe if you start.
Let's try, man. I think you know. That's the one. It's big band starts up.
How about this? You're nobody.
Oh, that's a good one.
Oh, that's not what you think loves you. Let's do that one. You're nobody till somebody loves you.
That's the only one I know. I know the first line. That's all I know.
You're nobody till somebody cares.
You guys need to come to Orlando.
Yeah,
you need to come to Orlando. I want to go day drinking with you and go to a karaoke bar real bad.
Well, we're gonna do that 100%.
Okay,
but John, we gotta wrap this one up, dude. It's getting late.
Okay.
At some point, Joey, do you know anybody? Since you know people who know things, do you know anybody in South Carolina that can get me a speeding ticket I got on the way back home? Speaking of home,
let me hop on social media and put an APB out. I'll put an APB out and see who I know. I might have a guy.
And also, since everyone here, appreciate you listening to the very end, but if you go to the bestkidsbook.com, we'll take you to my Amazon link We almost made #1 bestseller yesterday. We need a bunch of people to buy it all at once. That's how that gets moved. It's a great book. It rhymes. We got a brand new book coming out, I think, in 2 weeks. My goal is to have 5 of these. It's a little passion project me and my wife are doing. We love it.
Congratulations, man.
Yeah, it's a good. Kids like it. John reads it, and he did a cold read. He didn't even have to figure it out. We're just came like right out. Like I'm gonna hire him to do a commercial for it. Yeah. So that was fun. A lot of info. I hope there's ways that people can get a hold of you, because I think this is a set of skills that
thank you.
I know you don't like taking cash for it. At least that's what you're saying. But there is a way that you can have people can donate. If you want to actually book me. That's legit above board. We go through my boss at michaelsvips.com. Great guy. If you want to do another segment, I can tell you about his history. He was the very first male tour guide Disney ever hired back in the 90s. And that was how he got his info.
Oh,
yeah,
I'd love to.
I have some ideas. We're going to use, we're going to call him. How do you say your last name, Joey?
It's Mazzant. It's the Americanized version. I always tell people Pizza. How do you say it?
Yeah, right. All right.
So it's Mazzant. Yep.
So we're going to go Joey cheat code Mazzant.
Yes. I love it. The cheat code. Yeah. John, I didn't even tell you about his American Idol stuff.
Oh, don't. I'm so embarrassed.
Yeah.
It was so bad.
Have him on next week.
Well, we have another tease for next week. I mean, we're barely getting into this, and this is great. And
now we know a guy.
Yeah, we know a guy who knows. All right. Let's wrap this one up.
What's another Daltrey song? We'll go. What's in the main Daltrey song?
Yeah, what's his #1 song? Guys from North Carolina.
Home is the big one. Home's the big one, and then Waiting for Superman's pretty big. He's a cool guy. I met him a couple times. What else?
Yeah, I met him once too. Very nice guy.
He's real nice. Good dude. Yeah. His guitar player lives down in Florida, so I'll introduce you to him when you come to town. We'll party with him.
I'm going to learn piano, so you're also going to teach us piano. So
I am, I promise.
All right, there we go.
Well, there you go, everybody. Thank you all for watching this amazing episode of the Heffron and Reep Show. Don't forget to check out Joey's YouTube page. Check out our page, heffronandreep.com. All my tour dates are right there. John Heffron's tour dates are right there. You can become a Patreon supporter, and you can watch old episodes. You can buy his book. And you can, rate, review, subscribe, and share. That's what we say. 4 things. Rate, review, subscribe, and share. And for Joey Mazzant, for John Heffron, my name is Jon Reep. We'll see you back here next week. Bicycle.
Since you love the Heffron and Reep Show, please go to iTunes and let them know. Rank the show and leave a comment. We don't care what you write, They, Heffron and Reep, have low self-esteem. So please validate them by ranking them and making them seen. So no matter what you